Hey guys, Jason from Jtrain Fitness here. Giving you a video today because I actually couldn't take pictures of what I wanted to talk about, so I thought that maybe it'd be better to show you. So today I want to go over some chest tips that I think will really improve your workout. And one of the things I want to talk about is people might actually disagree with me heavily here, but I'm not a fan of bench press at all. And the reason for that is when you're trying to do any kind of workout at all, what you're trying to do is you want to try to shorten, like stretch out and shorten the muscle as much as possible and really give it that squeeze. When you're doing bench press, for example, you're restrained to, first off, when you hit your chest, you're not getting as deep of a stretch as you should. And when you come up, when you're trying to do any chest exercise, what you're really trying to do is you want to try to get the humerus to cross over your pec for an optimal squeeze. Now when you do bench press, and I know that it's a very popular exercise and people love to do it, when you go up, you're actually not squeezing the pec as much as I guess you could. So what I do when I do any form of chest exercise, and chest is my favorite muscle group to work out, so I really try to focus on it. I'm really trying to get that part of my arm to go over my pec. And one way that I achieve that is, first off, any chest exercise that I do, I try to separate my hands. I'm not really a big fan of doing exercises where you lock both hands or arms and you do the exercise at once, because for one side will try to dominate the other and you're not getting an optimal stress on the muscle when you do that. So I take two dumbbells when I'm doing, say, chest press, dumbbell press, for example. And if you imagine this remote, I don't have a weight with me. If you imagine this remote as a dumbbell, start off like you normally would and get that deep stretch. And when you come up, go as you would a normal dumbbell press, but turn it into a fly. And you'll see that, like, my chest, if I just go like this, I don't know if the screen's dark enough to show it. If you go up like this, you see that my pec is stimulated a little bit. But if I turn it in, you see the striations and the squeezing of the muscle that much more. If you're starting out with bodybuilding, you might not notice it at first, and it might not be too important if you're just trying to grow initially. But if you're trying to like hone in the definition, find ways to bust through plateaus, that's one way you can do it. I try to incorporate any kind of flying motion that I can. And for those of you who are wondering what a fly is, it's whenever you do this kind of motion working out your chest. I try to incorporate a fly motion anytime I work out my chest. So again, when I do dumbbell press, I'll come in and I'll turn the weight and squeeze it, almost try to touch my wrists and really squeeze it as much as I possibly can. And you'll feel it if you're doing it right. You'll be like, oh, and the people that I work out with, they actually love doing it that way now, and we wouldn't have it any other way. I've been doing it for maybe a month now, and I've really, I've felt that my chest days have really improved, have benefited from doing that. The second chest technique that I would share with you, tip, is when you're doing, say you're doing cable flies. Now when you do any kind of bodybuilding motion, if you're trying to do the aesthetic thing, if you're trying to go the aesthetic route, if you're in the game just for the looks, you really have to pay attention to, and the way that I think about it and I tell people is I say, do the motion as though you were on stage. I've never actually competed, maybe one day, but when I look at a bodybuilder on stage, I see them do that motion, and that's what you want to do. I'll stand up real quick. You want to do that motion, but a lot of people actually have difficulty really feeling that exercise, and some exercises take a while to feel, and that's one of them. So if you're doing the up top the up top cable fly, do it like you normally would. But one thing that I've found, and me and my workout buddies have found that really help improve that squeeze that I've been talking about, is once you hit your wrists, push down. And you'll see that if let me show you my chest. If I go down like this, you'll see my chest pop out. But then when I take it that extra step, you see like more of a squeeze come down through my chest. And so I would recommend doing that if you're trying to spice up your chest workout along with that other tip. And that's pretty much it. Do a lot of flies when you're working out chest. Push heavy weight because your chest can do it. Once you get that heavy weight, you're going to want to do chest every day, I assure you, because it's a lot of fun. Incorporate drop sets if you plateau, but that's for another video, I guess. If you're seeing that this part of your chest isn't as developed as the bottom, you're probably doing too much of this. You're doing it right because your humerus is coming against your pec, across your pec, and you want to go almost to the other side to get a really good squeeze. You're doing it right, but you might be coming under the pec a little too much. And I mean, I guess that kind of helps that out. But your pec has kind of like two areas. And what I've been doing lately is, along with really coming in like that, I'll also do some exercises where I come in like this. And a lot of people will say that when you do that, it does do more of the bottom. But if you're really focusing and making a conscious effort to come across that top, you'll definitely you'll start to see or feel a pump in two separate sides, and you'll get that nice little cross against your pec. That's pretty cool when you're in the mirror and you got the pump. Not that I do that or anything. So that's it. Those are two chest tips. I hope you enjoyed my first video post on my blog. If you don't know where my blog is located, I'll put a description either on this video or in the comment section, or both, and you can check it out. Leave me some feedback. Tell me if it worked for you. If you hate it, maybe offer another suggestion. But those are my tips. All right, guys, have a good one. Lift hard and keep pushing it to the limit.